It was season 2? Okay, yeah, so there you go. We're still for season 2.
All right, so, I mean, obviously you left the Turbo, the movie, that was your kind of final appearance. And, you know, suddenly in the last few years, all these conventions and things have kind of happened where you're reuniting with your cast. So, are you really close to all of them? I mean, you see him at conventions, you're in London, you're going to Brazil, you're just all over the place.
Yeah, I keep in contact with all of them. Actually, David Yost like lives right down the street from me. He's like one of my
Nice.
neighbors. Like he literally, I could like walk to his house if I wanted. Like,
He's
lives
someone
like
you get a
4
beer
blocks
with?
away. Huh?
He's someone you get a beer with?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, he's and he sometimes he comes over and hangs out at our house and stuff. So he's I'm real close with him. And then I see Karen all the time. They come to my studio, Force Balance Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Sometimes they come and do yoga. Hey, one of my students over there, Jonathan. What's up, buddy? They come and hang out over there and train. Walter Jones comes to my academy and trains jiu-jitsu with me. His kids train jiu-jitsu with me too. So I hang out with a lot of them.
I mean, did you have any idea, like, when you signed this up, like you said, it was kind of an overnight thing. They flew you to Cali, then you're in a movie, you're on a show. That 20 years, I guess 18 years later, you would have this sort of, you'd have fans in London where you're going to be in London next week for a convention.
Yeah, no, I never thought it would be like that. I mean, I knew the show was wildly popular when I got started on it because I knew the show because it had already been on for a year. But you know, I never knew that it would last. You know, but that's all you guys. So thank you guys for that, for like keeping it alive and keeping it going. So you can definitely give yourself a hand for that because it's the dedication of you guys that really, you know, that's really kept it alive and kept it going. You know.
All right, well then I guess it's time for a few questions from the audience. I see the guy in the red, yeah.
Just wondering, what do you think Rocky would be doing right now, 20 years later?
I think he'd be teaching Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at a place called Force Balance Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You can look it up at facebook.com/forcebalanceBJJ. Next question. Go for it.
You said you were this kid in Texas, and now you're in like Australia. You're like, yeah, dude, like.
Dude, are you kidding me, man? I was like, I couldn't believe what was happening to me. I was like, it's so crazy. I mean, you know, because me and Karen and Johnny, we all got hired in Dallas. We lived in Texas. We all came from Texas. So we all got hired from the same city, which was very odd because they were auditioning in New York, they were auditioning in Florida, they were auditioning in California, all at the same time. And we all happened, the 3 that won actually all happened to be from Texas. So, woo, Texas, you know? We were just like, we couldn't believe what was happening. We were like hugging each other and crying. We're like, oh, I can't believe it, it's so awesome. So, it was pretty exciting. Yeah, I couldn't believe my luck, you know? Another? Oh, yep.
So were the putties all like little ninjas, or were they just like extras that are going like this?
That's a good question. They had sometimes they put extras in the putty costumes to kind of just move around like that and whatnot. But most of the time it was the Japanese stunt guys, a stunt crew called the Alpha Stunt Team, and they are amazing. Any of the stuff that you see us in the helmets, that's all Alpha Stunts. We never did any stuff in the helmets. They did that for a couple reasons. One, because they didn't want us to get hurt. And the other reason was because we had to crank out so many episodes so fast. We had 2 units going at the same time. All the helmet people were doing stuff, you know, at the same time that we were in the command center filming stuff, you know, or at the juice bar or whatever the hell we were.
Where's Ernie nowadays?
I miss that guy. He's so awesome.
All right, another? Yep, okay.
No, I got one.
Way in the back. Dude, way in the back.
I actually like to get your perspective on the whole David Yost controversy a few years ago, using reunions and such because of the fact that basically constantly did that all the movies.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough question for me because I never saw that, you know what I mean? Like, I think it was, you know, I think it was more like, you know, like they were, I don't know, I think they were just kind of, I don't really know, to be honest, you know, because I never experienced that. Stuff was lost on me because I was always like, you know, I was like a 22-year-old kid. I was out partying all the time, like, you know, so I didn't really see a lot of that behind-the-scenes stuff with that. But, you know, if he said that's what happened, then that's definitely what happened, and it's definitely not right, you know? So, you know, I have my issues with some people, you know, in the, you know, production side of everything too, you know, which is why I left when I could have stayed on for one more season too. But, you know, yeah, I mean, if that's what happened, I mean, you know, it's definitely not right, I think.
Yep.
Best fight scene accident story?
Oh, okay, I got a good one. In the movie here, you'll probably watch it. It's when when the Tengu warriors, the Tengu birds are flying in on and wherever the rocks are, you know, where the ocean was crashing against the rocks when it was on Phaedos or whatever. There was one of the stunt guys who was like flying in on this wire, and Jason Frank is supposed to kick the guy, right? And Jason Frank is like, you know, he's got good control of the kicks, you know, because we're trained how to do that. And the stunt guy kept going, no mate, you need to kick me harder, right? And Jason's like, no dude, I don't want to do that, man. He's like, no, you gotta kick me. So he would do it again. We did the scene like over and over and over again. He just kept pulling the kick. Finally the guy was like, no man, I really want you to kick me, you gotta make me believe it, right? So this guy's hanging on this wire, and Jason Frank throws this flying side kick at this guy, like Chuck Norris style, like as hard as he could. And then they're all cut, and you see this guy just like crushed his, like probably like crushed the sternum because the guy was like, hey man, told me to do it, you know? Kept begging me to do it. So I think he really regretted that one, to be honest.
Like 2 more, I think. Right here.
Oh, well, my favorite moment is when you became a werewolf, but I want to know when your favorite moment, like...
That was a fun one, actually. You know, it's like, because they told me how to do an English accent.
You did it good.
You know, I got to get into makeup and do the werewolf. That was a fun one, and then, you know, I like Zio, because, you know, like, they really kind of let my character kind of come out a little bit. I didn't have to kind of be Jason, you know, not Jason Frank, but Austin St. John's, like, you know, clone. So, you know, they really let my character develop. So I think there was the one when I became a plant too.
Oh,
yeah.
Like hitting on the Pink Ranger, I'm like, hey, you got nice stems, or you got nice leaves.
By the way, was that ever weird? Because you kind of stole Austin St. John's role, and then you reunited with the guy in Zio. Was there ever any kind of like hostility?
No, not at all. You know, I mean, I was kind of worried that maybe I was gonna lose my job, but they assured me that, you know, my place was set and that he wasn't going to be staying very long. They brought him back for a little bit, and that was it.
Great. One more, you call it.
This gentleman right here, man. What's
how-
up, Blue Ranger?
Yeah, so how'd you like the transition from Mighty Morphin to Zeo Ranger? Because you know how you went from red to blue, so how was that?
The only thing I felt like they should have done was they should have like given me a line where like, man, I gotta buy a whole new wardrobe now. Everything I wore was red, and now I gotta wear all blue. All of a sudden, I just had all blue clothes now. Really? I mean, you know, I think it's funny that, you know, all the characters, you know, were never get figured out, even though we always wear pink, or we always wear red, or we always wear yellow. Come on.
All right, so I guess it's time. We have a couple autograph pictures.
All right,
I've
let's
got
see,
the
let's see,
Westcon
let's see.
passes.
Tweet it there. Oh, we forgot? You guys forgot to do it? Hold on. Do we have General Zach? No? Oh, General Zach! There he is! Hey! Brittany Gamboa? Brittany? All right, come on.
There you go. Wow, you're both together.
Oh, you guys are together? Cool. Right on. Well, congratulations. You guys are the first two. So I've got some autographed pictures here for you.